Happy Friday, or whenever you're watching this, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, insert whatever day into that spot. Thanks for watching. This week we're going to be talking about fake news. Do you hate fake news? Do you love fake news? Are you sick of fake news? Do you even know what fake news is? Well, let's talk about it when we come right back. So, if you're like living under a bubble or something like that, maybe you've never heard of fake news. I find that hard to believe that somebody could be living in America or even most parts of the world right now that have access to the internet and have never heard the term fake news, especially with our current president. It's everywhere. And I remember probably back in 2015, I really started seeing people share a ton of stuff that if you were politically active even a little bit or watched regular news or read the newspaper, you did something that educated yourself about political affairs or world affairs, you knew that what these people were sharing was complete bullshit. And yet these memes or crazy articles about insane things, like one, for example, Hillary Clinton had body parts that were found all over her property, and people believed it and they shared it like wildfire. And you think, could you not take 2 seconds? 2 seconds, one, to Google it. You have this amazing tool called Google. Two, don't you think that would make major headline news is if a presidential candidate had body parts buried all over their thing, not just one crazy obscure website that you're sharing? Anywho, why this has my goat this week is because obviously if you're paying attention to the news, real news, fake news, I don't really know, it's in the news again. How many times can you say news? That Facebook, in a sense, got hacked. Like 50 million people's info was put out there and used. They were used like little puppets to continue to spread fake bullshit out so that more people will continue to eat it up and divide our country even more and make people even more stupid. That may be offensive to anybody who shared fake news. I'm sorry, but what are we supposed to think? Like, you didn't take 2 seconds to look up what you were sharing. You saw it, you thought it went along with all of your beliefs, and you hit that shared button because you thought everybody on your social media needed to know it as well. When you could have taken, okay, I'm saying 2 seconds, but let's say it's like a whole minute to go into Google, whatever your search engine of choice is. I personally like Ecosia because they plant a tree every time you Google something, and you're doing two goods. You're not sharing fake news and you're planting a tree, although Google's great, do what you gotta do, and make sure that you're not continuing to spread this virus that is infecting us. I mean, I can't help but think, like, how dumb as a country or other countries, it's not just happening in America, it's happening all over the place, but like, how dumb are we that we're falling for this? Or maybe dumb's not the right word, maybe it's gullible. How gullible are we that we're just gonna believe anything that's put on Facebook? Because Facebook is true, it's Twitter, it must be true. And you can't even think like, okay, maybe I should see if other news sources are also saying this is the same thing. And you know what? It's hard to really fault a lot of people because nowadays facts seem to be this thing that they're alternative facts. We have alternative facts that got introduced under this current administration. So it's confusing because if Trump is saying one thing and he's telling you the media is the fake news, and his supporters are really believing that, that is confusing because you're saying, which one do I believe? If he said it, it has to be true, right? He's the president. No, it does not have to be true. He is sharing fake news just as much as these are sharing fake news, and you have to do your due diligence and research. Okay, I'm getting way long-winded. You can obviously tell I have strong feelings about fake news because I think it could be something that is this horrible virus that affects us being humanity, that if we don't nip it in the bud or find new ways to fix this, Facebook needs to step up to the plate. Come on, Mark. We could be heading down a really dark road. Truth becomes a thing of the past, and if we can't have a basic guideline of facts, how can we ever have discussion? How can we ever talk it out if we can't agree on the basic facts? The other day I was watching the story about there's this nonprofit group, which I love, and I wish I remembered their name for this video, but all 27 of you probably don't really care too much. they are going across America and they're trying to bring Democrats, Republicans, and Independents in the same room and have them talk it out and get it all in the open, what they feel about each other, why there's this disconnect. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I wish I could be part of that. And at the end of it, what they came to agreement on was that they needed to all go back and do better about finding the facts, because they were having a really hard time agreeing on the facts. You shouldn't have a hard time agreeing on facts. Facts are facts. That's why they're facts. But now we're in this weird, twisted, bizarro world where we don't know what's fact or what's fiction. And we should really get our shit together and figure this out, because how can we run a country? How can we have a great, strong culture if we can't agree on the facts? I know one fact. I probably went really long in this video, and I need to end it now. So I hope that you have an amazing weekend, or Tuesday or Thursday, whatever day it is that you're watching this. Don't forget, do something in the world today that makes it a better place. With all my love. Bye.